This project is a TK project. It's called Faith Ringgold Quilts, and they are going to make a piece of artwork that looks like a quilt, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This one is fun if you want. There is a reading rainbow that uses this as the main topic, and it even reads one of Faith Ringgold's books. So you can find that read along on YouTube, and it is fun to add to it even while they're working. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can do it two ways. You can use colored construction paper, and they can add patterns to their colored construction paper, or they can use scrapbook paper, and you can put that around the outside. These are 2-inch squares on this piece of artwork. These are 3-inch. I find that I actually prefer the 3-inch squares along the outside because it gives them less space that they have to fill in the middle. TK can struggle to fill the space, so like this one, there's quite a bit of space to fill. So that's why I prefer the 3-inch squares. You could even do a mix of construction paper and scrapbook paper, or whatever they prefer. But again, I prefer the 3-inch squares, so I'm just gonna put those together. This is a 12-inch square piece of paper, and they're just gonna put those squares around the outside. So if they're 3-inch squares, they fit perfectly around. And I'm gonna do a mix of scrapbook and construction paper this time. Once you're done with the squares around the outside that make it look like a quilt, you can leave it as is. If they've done construction paper, either as all of the squares or some, you can have them add patterns to these so they do look like fabric, or you can just have them leave them. It's up to you, and up to you what you think they can handle. Once they've finished their outside squares, however you decide to do them, what you want to encourage them to do in the middle is they're going to draw a picture that represents something that their family likes to do together. So you can talk about those things so that you make sure to get kind of get them in the right direction. So I just I put here like playing a soccer game, going to the beach. That's what Faith Ringgold often does with her quilts, is they're often things that she remembers from her childhood growing up in New York City. So that's your last step, is just having them draw those pictures in the middle. And then if you want, when they're done, you can have them talk about their pictures and what they did and what they like to do with their family.